Hey, welcome again. This is Mr. BJ with the funky with a dash of farmer.com. We're doing continuing our kefir experiments. We grow a kefir in our grow jar. This is what we grow the bulk of our kefir in, and we use different kinds of things. This is a strainer with a coffee filter in it, and the reason why I have this on here right now is while we're starting with the next process, I want to go ahead and take what's left of here, and I don't know if you can see the curds and things, but what we're going to do is we're going to put this stuff into here and let it drain. And rinse out the jar real good. Once in a while, once every 2 or 3 or 4 cycles, you should really wash your jars with a chlorine bleach and let them sit overnight. But what we're going to do right now is we're just going to see if we can't shake this up a little bit. And what we're doing is we're starting a process of making some cheese again. And you have to separate all the liquid from the curds. And we don't have a cheese press yet. So with that in mind, we'll let that sit there and do that. And for those of you that watched the first section, we're still working on the strawberry kefir. It's still hissing away. We open it, close it, all that kind of fun stuff. Now, I love doing this at my mom's house. Well, one, it's fun to do at my mom's house because she knows I keep up with it then. And the other thing is that they don't have chlorine in their water here. And so it's really a very mineral-rich environment. Now, what we're going to do now is when you actually have some kefir, which I have kefir right here, I'm going to take this, and I want to taste it again. Oh, that's good. We're going to take this and take about, I don't know, this much. Okay, enough to coat the whole jar pretty good. And then we're going to fill it up with a good portion of milk. And then cap it, shake it well, and then take a taste. Pour it in this little glass here. And that's not too bad. Now, this is ready for the refrigerator. Now this needs to cure for about a week to 10 days. And so as you see right now, so when the button gets stiff, you need to check it. We're going to do the same thing again here. Now this one, Mr. Moose loves this one. And since we're done with this bowl, we're going to let him have it. Mr. Moose, you want some kefir? Okay, now what we have is we have a really thick kefir here. And what I like to do is, this one's ready to go. Let's put this one over here, it's ready to go. Add some milk. Cap it. Again, you see it's nice and easy. Shake it. Pour it in your testing jar. See what it tastes like. And this one is ready to go right now. I used just a little bit in this one so that it takes time to ferment all the rest of it into kefir. I used considerably more here and made it into a nice drink. Now I'm taking this over to my, I guess she's my aunt-in-law or my aunt. It's my stepdad's sister-in-law, and she's having some problems with her digestive system, and she wanted, and I told her about this stuff, and she wants to try it out. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to flavor it, and the way you flavor it's really simple. You just take whole strawberries, drop them inside there, and just keep adding strawberries and keep drinking. When you first start doing kefir and start consuming it, you take the kefir and you take just a sip. Once, twice, 3 times a day, whatever you want, but you got to do it 10 times in the next, 7 or 6 days. And what happens is the little bit of bacteria that's in here, your body is going to reject, and then after about the 10th time of consuming it, it's going to say, oh, I want that. And what happens is our systems are out of balance before we start consuming a probiotic, and we want to prevent an algae bloom, to say, like, I don't know if you've ever seen those in like, for instance, in Tampa and over there in the Gulf of Mexico, where the conditions just get right and the algae just takes over everything and then it dies and kills all the fish. Well, antibiotics that are in your system, the really bad ones, kefir is going to kill. The really good ones, it's going to help strengthen and fortify. Kefir's got a lot of properties that, as I'm learning more about the product, that I just didn't believe or understand. They use kefir to actually wash down, the kefir water, to wash down meat to kill the E. coli bacteria. It kills yeast, it kills the egg bacteria, the salmonella bacteria, it kills all that stuff. And so when you start to consume this, if you're having a digestive issue, this is definitely going to affect you dramatically. I can only tell you that from experience, and my mother can attest to it, my dad can attest to it, all the people that know me can attest to it. When I started taking kefir, I was eating Tums every day, 2 or 3 every day, because of I couldn't eat pizza, I didn't really like spaghetti sauce, didn't like a lot of these things. And once I started getting on the kefir and got my body back into balance, I started having cravings for stuff like kefir, or for stuff like pizza and cheeses and sauces. And now I can eat anything, and I don't get heartburn over anything. I don't get heartburn for nothing. The other day, my mom had some heartburn. She goes, "You don't have heartburn over this?" I go, "Not at all. Ever since I started doing kefir." And once you start it, you just have to maintain it. Once a week, drink some. You don't have to drink it every single day, unless you like it. I drink it on a regular basis. I'll take once a week or once every 2 or 3 days. I'll drink probably close to this amount or half of this amount with strawberry, but I'll drink it all day long. But this one's ready to go. This one's ready to go. This one's ready to go. And this goes back in the refrigerator. And let's see what this is. Oh, that's a nice thick one also. So let's see what's going on over here with our. All right. Well, I don't know how to explain how to do this. any way than just doing it. That's good stuff. We are going to, as you see, most of the stuff has come off of this, but not all of it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this and put it on here. Let's just see if we can't get some more of the liquid out. Ah, I lost it. It's all right. Okay. And so what I want to show you now is, it's not always the most perfect process. What we're going to do is we're going to actually squeeze the filter, and hopefully it won't do that. And we just want to gently push the liquid out and leave the solids. It's a time-consuming process. And if I had some cheesecloth, okay. Now, with that said and done now, we're going to set this down inside here just like that. And we're going to cover it and leave it sit. We'll take some a paper towel and stick underneath it to help absorb some of that extra water. Or do like I like to do, if I can get it to stay. Anyways, we're just going to let that go down in there and hold off and let that dry out a little bit more before you mess with it. Now, what else do we have left to do? Oh, we have left to do this one. Now this one, it's a bit on the tangy side. And I don't know if you can see the bubbles, but that's the kefir breathing. And what we're going to do is we're going to strain this into our super jar. And what we have left is a fairly thick substance on the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the kefir, we're going to take the milk, add it to the kefir. Before we do that, we're going to wipe the lid off here of the jar. I never use any antibacterial soap. If you use antibacterial soap, it'll kill the kefir. Just so you know. I never recommend drinking out of the jar. Unless it's your own personal jar. But when you're making it for other people, I don't recommend drinking out of the jar. And so what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up. this one is now set into motion. So this one, okay, shake it up. I like to shake, 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 shake. Open, smell. Oh, take a little taste over here, put it in a little Dixie cup. Ugh, tastes too much like milk. Okay, last thing we got I want to show you is, you ever want to do a Kefir party dip? It's got a unique flavor. All of its own. And it's an herb kefir, and you can see the cheeses forming. How's it taste? It's strong. And we're going to add some more milk to it. And put it back in the refrigerator. And we've already done this one. Done, 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 done. Done, done. So now, the jar with the cheese, we are going to take the cheese very gently, squeezing out the juice. Then we're going to put it on one side. And when we put it in the refrigerator, we're going to put it on a slight angle and let the cheese flow out to one side. Now the cheese will eventually fall down, and we'll have to do this a couple times, and it's something you have to watch. All right, and so that's Milk Kefir 101. We're continuing experiments and things of that nature. We will take this jar and this jar or another jar and take it to my aunt's house for her inaugural address. And we will go from there.